what happened today was I had a phone call that I was supposed to get at 2:15, and they didn't call until like 10 to 3, so I missed the phone call because I was doing something with Avery, and I held her nap off because I was waiting for the phone call, whatever. And then I missed the phone call. So I left them a message. I don't know if they're going to call me back. I may have to answer the phone. They probably won't call back though. But so, so frustrating. Anyway, okay. First person I have here is Brittany General. Got some financial stability coming in. You could have a new business opportunity, or you may be starting a new side business. Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race, but you have good luck coming in around business endeavors. You should be coming into a time in your life where you're feeling a little bit more financially stable and secure. Six of Pentacles, earning more respect through business and also earning more money. Plus, you have a Virgo coming in that may be of significance. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. I'm going to sneeze. No, excuse me. Talia, general for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to have choices. Seven of Cups comes up very strong. It also looks like you may be feeling a little bit more in balance, a little bit more in control of your life and your destiny, and you're prepared to take charge. Got some natural good luck coming in tomorrow. Got a little bit of passion coming in, and there's an Aries around that may be of significance. If it's not an Aries, it could be a father figure, or even a boss. You may be taking time tomorrow for rest and relaxation, recharging your batteries. It would do you a world of good. Sepia, general. First thing that comes in is the world is at your feet. Looks like you also may be working on a side business that could bring in extra money, that could also earn you some respect, possibly even in in society or in the community. You got the sun coming out. Happiness is coming, and you're heading towards all 10 cups being full. You're being guided by the divine, and a wish comes true. Hang in there, because I think things are going to start to improve. God fucking help me. I keep saying that. To Kira, who's coming? What's coming in for ZNI? I don't know where you are in the relationship or what kind of a relationship it is, but the Knight of Swords in reverse may mean that either you're not hearing or you're not communicating. If communication could be down because it's in reverse. Slow and steady wins the race. Um, I don't know. I'm not saying there's no love cards here. So if this is a love situation, I wouldn't expect all that much to happen or all that much to change right now. It looks like the relationship may be hitting a weak point, and somebody could be holding themselves back, or somebody's either not ready to move forward, or they're just not putting in the effort. It does look like eventually the sun comes out, so you could be on a road to get there. I would never tell anybody to sit around and wait for something to happen. But what's positive here is the sun, and you also have a wish around the situation. But other than that, it doesn't look like much is changing. Wherever things are right now, it looks like things are kind of stuck right where they are. Mustafa, I don't see it yet, so let me do Sepia for career. could be starting a new journey, and it could have long-term possibility around it. It also looks like you're not waiting for your ship to come in. You're going to have choices, and you're moving forward with your life. Balance comes back to your life. I'm going to say that you should have at least 2 new opportunities when it comes to a regular day job, and both of them should be bringing in more money. You have the Magician. You have the ability to manifest new opportunities that bring in better pay and more respect, maybe even a higher position. Maybe the same field, but it could be a higher position in the next company. Sepia Love. You could hear from somebody out of the clear blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time, and there may be long-term potential. Or Four of Wands could be changing homes. So you may change homes first and then meet someone, or you can meet someone with long-term potential. Four of Wands is always positive. So regardless of which direction that goes in, it's positive. Being guided by the divine will make a wish come true around love relationship. Love cup here is full. You might have a couple of options. You got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer that could be successful. It also looks like you might be a little undecided at some point because an air sign may come in. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain around choices when it comes to love. Let's see what happens. There's an Aries here, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a love connection. A Virgo too. They just may be friends. DYB. I don't see it yet. Let me do Mustafa and then I'll find it. How does the male Professor D currently think and feel about me? I didn't do good in his class last semester, but I have him again this semester, and I tried hard to impress him on the first day. Okay. He's feeling a little bit undecided. He may have been disappointed in you previously, but I think he's willing to listen to his intuition and give you another chance. He may make you an offer that would be hard to refuse. You've got the Magician. You can turn the situation around with him. Focus on what you want more of. He's willing to give you another chance. Yeah, and see you in a different light. He may be feeling a little bit like you've matured. You've matured a little bit over the last couple of months. He was disappointed in you because I think he thought that you could do better or accomplish more or whatever it is. You were capable of more than you were giving him. DYB, am I still on schedule to receive an email from the foundation companies? Yes. Yes. And it could happen out of the blue, like quickly, like at any moment. Mustafa, how does the academic professor female B currently think and feel about me? I touched base with her today through email after a long time and scheduled a Zoom meeting to catch up and make plans for school. Okay. She's going to make you an offer too that's going to be hard to turn down. I don't know what it is, and you've got the Magician here too. You can pretty much cultivate whatever you want around this school thing. So focus on what you want more of and what you want to succeed at, because it looks like it's all well within your reach. Four of Wands is positive. You've got opportunities that come in out of the blue quickly, and she seems to think that you're going to be very successful, that you're very strong, and that you're quite capable. She's going to help you with whatever she can help you with. I think that making the Zoom meeting quickly is going to score you points. Like, I think she's going to be impressed by that. Deja, what will happen if I get a restraining order on Daniel? He's not going to be happy. He's going to feel regretful. He's going to have a lot of sharp energy. He's going to feel stuck and unlucky. But if you feel like you need a restraining order, I would definitely get one. I wouldn't screw around if you think he can be dangerous. Lovers is in reverse, which would indicate it would end things. I don't think he would bother you anymore after that. Which, if you feel like you need one, I wouldn't wait for something to happen. I would go and get one. Put this in. Elizabeth, got called today to start this new job tomorrow. How will it go? It goes well. It goes well. Okay, you got the Empress moving on to greener pastures that bring in more money. You may be a little anxious. You might be a little quiet tomorrow. You may be feeling nervous. All that's normal. It's normal to be nervous, anxious, uptight, whatever when you start something new. But I think it's going to be good for you overall. Good luck with it. You'll do fine. TD. And the Aries energy towards me at the moment. Well, you know, it's like he's hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. It's like he feels here like I'm moving forward, but then he's like, no, I'm holding myself back. It's kind of like a frustrating energy. There's a tower situation that could happen. Now, it could be that he's feeling like he's a disaster, or the situation could explode at some point relatively soon. You know, the energy is kind of like Chariot is forward moving. The Tower is exploding. Eight of Swords holding himself back. He's his own worst enemy. Alina, love. You're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. You may go out and take the bull by the horns. If you're not with anyone right now, you have an Aries that comes in pretty strong, and you have a wish, put it out into the universe. It looks like you got success coming in around love. You could have choices. There's a Sagittarius around too. That Sagittarius is going to want things to move forward quickly. You've got some options coming in with fire signs. I would explore your options if you're not in a committed relationship right now, because you might be feeling undecided and not sure which direction to take your life in. Next relationship should be very balanced, and you should feel like you're getting out of it what you put into it. So take your time in deciding, but it looks like you got plenty of choices coming in. Got a Capricorn here too. Happiness comes out around your love life. It just might take a minute because the sun's in reverse. Jay, Amy casually mentioned that she had a boyfriend without me even asking. I know it's bullshit. And I feel she's trying to get a reaction out of me. What's the purpose for mentioning that? You're right. She's trying to get a reaction. She wants you to ask her about it. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why, like, women fuck themselves up, because they do stupid shit like that. Why would you tell someone that you're interested in that you have a boyfriend? Because you want them to think this, you want them to think that, and here's the problem. People can't read minds. So saying that you have a boyfriend when you don't, or telling some, like, she's trying to make herself look like she's more appealing. And this manipulation crap has got to stop, because it just, like, if you say that to like a regular guy that, you know, isn't intuitive, or is very, you know, like, guys are right in the moment, right? Sometimes a girl says something and the guy just takes it for what it is. And then he walks away. And then what happens? She's pissed off that he's no longer interested. What did you do that for? This is what women do. I'm going to put up this picture because I want him to think this. And then he's going to think this. And then I'm going to say that. And I mean, somebody told me that once that they told someone, oh, you should go back to your ex-wife. And then when he did, they were like, well, why did he do that? Well, what did you tell him to go back to his wife for? Because I wanted him to say, what? Right there. Okay, you're trying to manipulate the situation, and that's what she's trying to do. And the more that people do this, the less things work out in their favor, because you're trying to make somebody else guess what you really mean, but you're not even telling them that. You know, like, you're not even saying, hey, we're going to play a game here. She's trying to make herself, first of all, there is a theory that people that are taken are more attractive, right? Like there's a theory that, like, if you're married, then more people want you. So sometimes people go at that angle, or if I have a boyfriend, I'm more attractive to other people. So that's part of it. But she wants to see how you're going to react. She's a whole lot of work, that one. But I'm telling you, I keep telling people this. You can't play those sort of manipulating games because people don't get it. Like, imagine if I were to say to you, it's going to be really nice out tomorrow. It's going to be sunny. Like, would you know what the fuck I was talking about? Or would you just be like, yeah, I heard it was going to be nice out. But what if I really wanted you to say, well, why don't we go to the park tomorrow? Like, would you pull that out? Would you know that that's what I wanted? No, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I heard it was going to be nice out. You would have no idea that I was really trying to make you offer to take me to the park or the beach or the whatever. Like, why not just say, hey, it's going to be nice out tomorrow. Want to go to the park? But no, and it's usually women that behave like this. And then they want to know why things backfire. Cinnamon, is the Cancer serious about us and the outcome? I get, yeah, 70% chance this person is serious. Thing is that the High Priestess is in reverse, so they don't listen to their intuition. And they, you know, they act against their own best interest. They're kind of self-sabotaging. The outcome is, I don't think that you're going to put up with this in and out nonsense for that much longer. So they have to get their act together. And they may know it too. So here, it's like this person's going to show up and things should be moving forward soon. But if things don't stay stable and on the same page, you're going to have choices. You have a Virgo and a Pisces coming in that may shake things up a little bit, because I don't think you're going to continue or down this road with somebody who's not putting in any effort. So they got a window of time here, and if they use it wisely, your relationship with them can move forward. Cinnamon general for school for the next 2 weeks. It looks like things are going to move forward for you with relatively little effort. Like, things seem to, like, stabilize. You have new opportunity. It looks like things are, like, your focus is there. You're prepared. Somebody from your past, could be an old friend from your past, you may either run into, or they may help you with something. Balance comes back to the situation and things move forward. I think over the next 2 weeks, you kind of settle in and you start to feel a little bit more confident. Lydia, today is the 26th day. Obed, no communication. Okay, first thing that I would tell you is to not count days, because when you count days, you're focusing on lack and not speaking to someone. So the more time you spend on counting the hours and the minutes that you haven't seen someone, the more you're focusing on not seeing them. So that's going to create more time. I would try not to do that. I would try to forget about him a little bit and not focus on the time in between, because it's going to create more time in between. I would focus more on putting your energy in other things so that you kind of break down some of that, those walls. You should hear from him. Right now he's holding himself back, but like I said, if you keep focusing on 25 days, 26 days, it's 27 days, before you know it, it's going to be 100 days, because that's how energy works. When you focus on, that's where your energy goes, it creates more of that. So I would try to let go of that. It does look like you have a little bit more time before he calls or before you see him, but eventually things change between the two of you for the better, and there could be success, and he may even be coming in with a little bit more ambition. Um, I would do what you can to forget about the time, because that's like the worst thing that you can do when you're waiting to hear from someone and you're counting the minutes. It creates more space in between the two people, because that's what you're focused on. You're focused on how much time you haven't spoken, which then creates more time for you not to speak. You know, like, think about anybody that you have regular conversation with. Like, if you regularly have conversation with your mom, you don't think it's been 3 days since I spoke to my mom. You would only think it's been 3 days since I spoke to my mom if you had an argument with her, which would then create more space. But like, anybody that you talk to on a normal basis, you don't count the time, because you know you just not that's not where your head is going. So you want to take your head out of the area of it's been 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, because the more you focus on that, the more of that you're going to create, which is easy to do, especially if you're feeling negative or you're feeling fear. Then it's easy to create more time and space between the two of you, which is what you don't want. So take your mind off of that. Mustafa, will my male professor D agree to make me a student representative for the class? I volunteered for the position and emailed him earlier today. Okay, let's see. I think he will. Yeah. You got about a 70% chance that he will. It's like he contemplates it and he really does want to give it to you. Let's see what happens. How many people does he have to choose? Does he have to pick 3 people? Because it seems like 1 in 3. Like you could be 1 of 3. Deja. What will happen if I tell him that I want to end things? Will he try to harm me? I don't trust him, okay? I think you don't trust him. And I got a high percentage that he might try something. I would tell him, either I would tell him in person with somebody else there, or I would tell him as you're about to go get that restraining order. Or you know what I mean? Like I would be with the policeman or whoever you get a restraining order with, so that it can be documented. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that there would be a witness there that could hear his reaction. I don't trust him. I would protect yourself. Mustafa, how does my female professor L currently think and feel about me? We haven't met yet, but I sent her an email today sharing my passion for the class and offered to be a student representative. How does she feel about me? She feels pretty good about you. She feels like you're persistent, feels that you're stable, feels that your life is moving forward or that you're going places, feels like you've either worked hard or you've kind of come into your own, or feels like there's a maturity around you. Now, if she's never known you prior to this, it doesn't matter. She may feel like you're very mature or you're very well capable, and also may think that you're very focused and that you have a lot of ambition. I think you made a good, I think you've made a good impression on your teachers. John, today I dreamt that the Taurus came apologizing. What's going on? It looks so real. I know, it's weird, right, when that happens? Well, I do think that, you know, just dreams in general. I think are the subconscious way of processing things that we haven't reconciled in our own lives. So I think that's part of it. But I also believe that at some point she comes back and she does apologize. Now, I think that she also may be on one of those timelines where she's going to have to, she's got a window of time to do something about it. And if she doesn't, it's going to close. And she may apologize and you could be okay with it and accept her apology, but you might not feel the same way for her, the way you used to. At some point, she does return, and you have a wish around the situation, but it's going to be your choice as to where it goes after that. So I think that dream is a combination of, yes, she's going to come back and apologize at some point, and then you see what happens at that point. And I think also it's part of the way you're processing the whole situation. I always think that it's healthy when that stuff is coming out in dreams, because I feel like it's coming out of our body. Like we hold all these emotions in our bodies, which I learned through yoga teacher training. And in order to get them out, like you can get them out, but like exercise, meditation, that kind of stuff, and also through dreams, you can dream it out. So the stress and the anxiety or the hurt or whatever surrounded that situation is starting to be processed and come out in the dream state, which I think is a good thing. Oh, you don't know she read the email? She will, though. That's okay. Myogram. What do I need to know regarding my love life currently? I'm kind of confused about what's going on. Okay. Well, the love cup is full, and you're going to have options. You got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have a wish, or it could be an Aquarius that comes in. It could be both. A wish comes in and an Aquarius, or you get a wish. It looks like you have an Aries here, and there may be someone right in front of you that is interested in you, and you have no idea, or they haven't presented themselves yet. That could be another option. But the idea here is that your persistency around love brings in passion and changes your love life for the better. Even if things are a little bit stagnant right now, or if you're not with anyone, or if you haven't been, there's cause for celebration coming in around choices. So it could be the kind of thing, and I've seen it happen before. There's nothing going on, nothing going on, nothing going on, and then bam, all of a sudden there's like 3 different people, and now I don't know who I like better or who would be a better person for me. You may come to that crossroads at some point in the near future. Mustafa, I don't know if she read the email. I haven't seen her yet. That's okay. The email is going to impress her, or she's going to at least think that it shows ambition and drive and maturity. April, what kind of person Spencer is? We just connected. Okay, let's see. Seems to have a very spiritual side. He's very strong, loyal, courageous, hardworking, creative, successful, grounded, stable. He's got a very earthy side to him. He may have a little anxiety sometimes, but it's not a big deal. He doesn't seem to hold himself back. He's a little bit mysterious and deep, and he's always looking for a challenge, or he's always up for learning something new, that kind of a thing. Seems like a good person. April. I wonder what happens if I keep talking to Spencer. He already wants to meet up. I would go meet up with him. Why not? I would go meet up with him. Listen to your intuition. He seems like he's a pretty stable person. He seems like he's one of these people that's like what you see is what you get kind of a person. He seems like he may be financially stable. He's got some money around him. He seems like he's got good karma around him. I would go meet up with him. I don't see any reason why not. DYB. Am I still on the schedule to receive the email tomorrow, which is the 21st from the foundation companies? Okay, let's see. I think it's being guided too by the divine. Yep, you should be hearing from them. DYB. I don't see it yet, so let me do Mustafa. General reading around school for the next 2 weeks. Things move forward when you listen to your intuition, starting a new journey. Something can fall into your lap quickly. That's very positive. Maybe you get one of those student represent things that you're talking about. It looks like you're taking care of business. You got the sun coming out. You're feeling balanced. You have new opportunities and you're working hard. I would say dreaming of a big diamond would mean wealth. That's what I would think. I recently was dreaming that I was eating chocolate, and this chocolate that had like a strawberry syrup in it. I mean, I've had candy like that before, and it was so good in the dream. And I looked up what it meant to eat chocolate, and it said that life was going to start to get sweeter, which, God, I hope so. I keep saying it is. UAF, spirit messages. Okay, you've got 2 angels. Queen of Earth. Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. The Chariot, Archangel Metatron. An important achievement, self-discipline, willpower, and public recognition. The Wheel, Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Mustafa, how will my teachers think and feel about me for the next 2 weeks? I study extremely hard, dress up nice, speak high vocabulary, and participate very competitively in class. Okay. You'll make a strong impression and you'll earn a lot of respect. They're also going to see that you're very prepared, that you're very strong, stable, sincere, grounded, and focused. Jay, how do you feel about me not reacting to her bullshit? I stood there like a stick in the mud with no facial expression. Good. She felt like it backfired or like you slowed her down. And she felt like, feels now like the world is against her. She was hoping for a reaction. She was hoping for a reaction. She didn't get it, and now she feels defeated. It serves her right. It does. It serves her right. She's got to stop acting like this. Mustafa, how does the male D think and feel about me? He's older than me and was my mentor, but now I'm mentoring him. We reconnected after a long time. Another tarot reader said that he may offer to be roommates. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that is possible. He may want to be roommates at some point. I think that he thinks that you're well balanced, that you've grown, changed, and transformed, that your relationship with him is improving. Um, like there's good luck around the situation. I think he thinks you're very ambitious, very focused, very creative, and that you've come a long way. I think he thinks that the two of you could be good together. Cause for celebration comes in around the situation. That could be a good situation for you, I think. UAF, partner and I are going through a rough patch. Is there improvement? Okay. Yeah, if you, it's going to be your call. You're the one that's controlling this situation because you're the one that's growing and working on yourself, and you have more ambition right now than he does. So there is room for improvement, and there is long-term potential around this relationship, but it's up to you. You're the one that's going to make that decision. I know, I feel like sometimes it's easier when the decision's made somewhere else, but I think you're the one that's going to have to make the decision at some point. Myogram. Also, my uncle, who lives pretty far away from me in Canada, is trying to help me get hired to my dream job on the railway company. Can you tell me how will things evolve for me? Okay. Okay, I think you might be feeling very stuck right now around this situation, but I think that that uncle is going to be able to help you. If he helps you, which I think he's going to, you're going to feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can finally exhale. It may be something that like you're waiting, 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 and then boom, eventually like, it comes in out of the clear blue sky. Listen to your intuition. At that point, you may be feeling very passionate, or you may be feeling like the passion in your life has come back and your life moves forward. I think you're going to get it. I do think you're going to get it. I think he's going to be able to help you out. Mustafa, how would my parents and siblings feel if for the next few weeks I try hard to act mature, adult-like, and study hard in front of them? Visit them on weekends, dress formally, and stop the pranks. But pranks are so much fun. They're going to feel like you've grown and matured. Overall, that's what they're going to think, that you've grown and you've matured and you've made a decision, and you're finally, their hard work that they put into you is paying off. They'll be very proud of you. Now, your siblings they just may notice the difference. They may not feel that, but your parents are going to be very proud of you. Your siblings may just feel like you've kind of grown up. Excuse me. Martha, has the Gemini seen that I blocked him on Instagram? And if yes, how did he feel about it? Okay, let's see. I don't think he's noticed yet. No, I don't think he knows yet. How do you know if somebody blocks you on Instagram? They disappear? UAF, when will they return us to the work site? Could be within the next 8 to 9 weeks. Maybe early spring. DYB. Okay, if I miss a question, if you could just send the question with a purple heart. This way, I'll answer it the next time. Like when I see the purple hearts, I answer those questions. Cinnamon, finances from now for the next 3 months. Well, you have the Eight of Pentacles here, which means that you could either be working hard at a job and saving money, or you could be working hard at putting money aside. There's going to be an offer in front of you that you might not be seeing yet. This could be a way to make money that you just haven't like put the two together yet. And excuse me, that could be beneficial in saving some money. It looks like you got some ambition around trying to put money aside for something, and you're going to be successful. The world is at your feet. Growth and transformation comes in around your finances, and you're no longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in. Things move forward for you. April, is there any possibility for a love connection with Spencer? Well, at this point, I get a 33% chance, but it's brand new, so we just haven't gotten there yet. I would give it a little bit of time. Cinnamon, how will it be balancing relationship in school? It should be fine. You know, it's like people that are married, they go to work. You know what I mean? Like, one thing shouldn't affect the other. It should be fine. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, listen to your intuition, and the world is at your feet. I think you should be fine. Jay, what's next with Amy? She may be a little bit more persistent coming up in the near future. It looks like she may be feeling like she shot herself in the foot today, and she's feeling a little bit burdened by the situation. So she might, you know, I hate to say this, but you know what she might do? Now that she's got the fake boyfriend out there, she may feel like that is like her beard to be able to like be a little bit more outgoing or be a little bit more flirty, because then she can always throw in, yeah, but I have a boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she may be able to come out of her shell a little bit more because she's going to hide behind that. And that's going to be her way of like thinking, oh, well, he isn't going to think I like him because he knows I have a boyfriend. But meanwhile, it's all bullshit. She's very complicated. Oh, man. What happened to the thing? Oh, there it is. I had a dream last night. This is for DYB. A big, large, beautiful, crystal clear diamonds. Does it mean wealth or what? It could be a symbol of wealth. I would say it is, but it also, diamonds are a symbol of love. So it could be a combination of both, symbolizing love, marriage, commitment, also symbolizing wealth and fortune. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, and also the cups are full. Ronnie, Libra hasn't texted me. Is he expecting me to text? I'm just curious. Okay, let's see. I think he is. I think he's hoping that you're going to text him. I feel bad for him. But I totally get it. Mustafa, spiritual advice for my school. Let's go to the spirit cards. Okay, you got You got two angels. Okay, first you got the Three of Earth. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, being a team player. That's good. Strength, Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. And then the awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. I think that you're going to impress those teachers that you had previously. Like they're going to see that you've grown and matured over the last couple of months. Goddess, finances over the next 2 weeks. Things change for the better quickly. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. There could be a creative way that you make money with a business relationship that's grounded, deep-rooted, and has long-term potential. Growth and transformation comes over your finances in the next 2 weeks. Things should be improving. Mustafa. How would my parents and siblings feel if on top of acting more mature and as a focused student, I become extremely muscular, a longer beard, and act more dominant and slightly aggressive? They would think that the change came out of nowhere. They would be happy and they would think that you're very ambitious and that you've matured, grown up, and strengthened as a character. Like your character itself is strengthened. No, I know you didn't mean harm anyone. I knew what you meant. Where am I here? Myogram. What's my secret lover? The one that the cards mentions next move towards me. I still know who that person is, but I believe she's around me. She should be coming out into the woodwork, like out into the open. Like you should see her step front and center. Love cup is full and things move forward. She either makes herself known. I don't think that she makes herself known. Like I don't think she comes right out and she's like, hey, I like you. She just might start talking to you, or communication could pick up, or things seem to start to, you're going to start to notice her more. She's around the situation, I think. Yeah, I think that that's true. She seems to be very attractive. She may be very hardworking, grounded, stable, down to earth. There's cause for celebration around the situation. She's prepared. She's happy. And she seems like one of those people that, like, it just may be something that naturally happens. You know, it's not the kind of thing where you have to, like, I'm going to go to this bar because I know he's going to be there and he goes there on Tuesdays. And, you know, it's going to be the kind of thing, it just kind of unfolds naturally. And I think it happens pretty soon. And I think that she's a familiar face, let's put it that way. You know who she is, or you know of her. Bree, general love for this week and next week. General love for this week and next week. No longer holding yourself back. The love cup is full. Things seem to move forward. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a Cancer around. You have a Sagittarius as well. Also a Pisces. Things move forward and there's long-term potential on the horizon. If you are with someone right now, I would say your current relationship, you might need to have patience with. You could be doing a creative project together and things move forward with your current relationship. But either way, it looks like things over the next couple of weeks, pretty good. April, any actions from P towards me? I pulled back already. You could hear from him. Within the next couple of days, communication could come in. UAF, February general. money coming in. 9 of Pentacles. No longer feeling stuck. You might be laying down the law, cutting through bullshit. Just in life in general. You may get an offer. It could be a job offer that would be hard to turn down. Wheel of Fortune, got some good luck coming in, and you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. You may be connecting to your spiritual side or picking up a new spiritual practice. It also looks like the Empress is here. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful if you don't want children. Starting a new journey. I wouldn't be shocked if you got a new job. There's perseverance around that. Sun's coming out in February, but it's in reverse. So could take a minute to get there. Jay, does it shock Amy that I'm smart and I can see through people? I get the feeling she takes me for a chump sometimes. See, I think she takes everyone for chumps, but I don't think that she realizes that. I just think that she thinks she's outsmarting people, but she's not. What she's doing is complicating her own life, and she's her own worst enemy. Yeah, she does feel surprised that you outsmart her, because she thinks that she knows what she's doing, and she doesn't. April, why is he still contacting me? I feel like he holds back. He does hold back. He's got anxiety. This person's got a lot of issues as far as like, he's got disappointment around him. He's got feeling a little bit unstable. He feels like, you know, it's like, he feels like poor me sometimes. But I think that he is going to contact you. You got here divine timing. It's all about divine timing. He's very moody. Not with other people, but like in his own life. Like he's kind of like a poor me kind of a person. Feels sorry for himself. Thing is that around you, you have the world at your feet. So you have the opportunity to create new avenues. And you also have the opportunity to either not make this relationship go any further and just walk away from it, or you know, tell him that you know it's not going anywhere. It's not for you. You feel like it's what's going on here. How long are we going to like talk every now and again? Like what's the point? You know, either we're going to move forward or we're not. If you tell him that, you know, see what he says. He just doesn't seem like he's got a lot of fire in him. He feels like he's the kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's not like a depression, but it's like someone knocked the wind out of his sails, and he just doesn't seem to put in a lot of effort. If he doesn't hear from you though, and you really do cut your energy from him, you will hear from him. But then what? You know, like people are always like, oh, am I going to hear from him? Am I going to hear from him? Am I going to hear from him? But yeah, okay, then you hear from the person, but then what? It's like it doesn't seem to move forward the way you want it to. That's why I think you have other opportunities coming in, and you may give somebody else a chance. But, you know, see what happens. Cinnamon, what to expect from the Cancer when he comes towards me? He does come towards you quickly because the Page of Swords is fast. And more balance could come back to this situation. You could be feeling a little bit more successful, and it could happen pretty quickly. Thing is that he seems like another one that's like always got one foot in and one foot out. So that you might get fed up with that too. Mustafa, how would my professors feel if on top of the participating, I come more muscular, confident, and assertive about my intellectual opinions during class discussions? Overall, I think they would be impressed. They would feel like there's a lighter energy around you, but that you're a little bit more stronger in your own character. You know what you want. You know what your opinions are. It also looks like being guided by the divine. They would feel like all of a sudden you don't hold yourself back anymore. I would listen to your intuition. I I think that you'll make a good impact. You make a good, like, they'll see that you've come a long way. Like you've stepped into your own person. Put it that way. Adriana, general love. Fire sign comes in if you're not with anyone right now. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You meet them through divine timing and your whole life changes for the better quickly. It looks like you're heading towards all 10 cups being full, and there's cause for celebration that comes in around. It could be a Sagittarius. A little bit of an adventurous type of a person who's a whole lot of fun. You have a wish around love and feeling prepared. Things seem to move forward with a grounded, stable person. Even if they are a fire sign, they may be very grounded and stable in their own right. Listen to your intuition. It's a soulmate connection that comes in and you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Now, if you're already with somebody, I would say your current relationship is going to take on a little bit of adventure and things are going to grow and change for the better between the two of you over the next couple of months. Miss Shantae, general. That wasn't a good nap. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. You have the Magician here, which is the ability to manifest new opportunities. Life starts to move forward pretty quickly. Financial stability comes in, or more of it, changes your life for the better quickly. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. Good for you. April. I'm planning to tell him that this is not going anywhere. I don't care what he thinks. What would happen after? I feel like he knows I'm interested in around, so he doesn't care. Well, I mean, I would tell him that I wouldn't tell him this isn't going anywhere. I'm not going to do this anymore with the intentions of that making him change. What I would say to him is, I'm interested in things moving forward. Are we on the same page? If not, I'm going to pursue other options because there are other people around me. I wouldn't do one of these things that I'm going to tell him to go fuck himself and then is he going to call me? I wouldn't go down that route because especially with someone like him, it doesn't take much for him to fuck off anyway. Like he just doesn't put in a lot of effort to begin with. So I wouldn't do that. If you want things to move forward, I would say to him, listen, we've been talking for months now. Nothing is really going anywhere. How are you feeling about this? Do you want to pursue something a little bit more stable? Otherwise, I have other opportunities and I'm not going to sit around and wait. That's what I would do. That's how I would approach it. Because, if you tell him, I don't care what you think and this isn't going anywhere, but then ask what he's going to do next. Someone like him isn't going to do anything next. Like that's where you're going to end it. And it's going to be another frustrating circumstance. So I would approach it from a different point of view if you want to see things move forward with him. I personally think the situation is overly frustrating. And I think that he's got a lot of issues that just affect him. And then he carries it through the rest of the areas of his life. Like things that piss him off somewhere else, he takes out on everyone else. So I think he's a lot of work to begin with. Although I do think he's a decent guy. I don't think he's playing games or he's trying to hurt anyone intentionally. But I wouldn't come at him that way because if you say that to him, that's where things are going to end. You say to him, this isn't going anywhere. I don't care about anything. I'm not doing this anymore. And then I wouldn't expect much from him after that. Because you're not getting all that much from him now. You know what I mean? But, if you tell him, listen, I think that I'm kind of interested in pursuing things a little bit further. If you're not into it, that's cool. I got other opportunities. And then leave the ball in his court. That's what I would do. See, there is long-term potential around him, but it's like his growth is like stunted. There's divine timing here. I mean, you might just have to lay down the law with him, set up some boundaries, or, tell him, like, I'm not going to put up with this. This doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I had this argument with one of my friends once because she's one of these people that her attitude is, I see the guy that I want and then I get him. And I control the situation, right? Like, I like you, you're going to be mine, this is how it's going to be. I'm not that way, right? So she has said to me that in some of my relationships, like she would say to me, well, you know, you should have just told him to do that. Or you should have just been like, no, this is how we're going to do it. But I'm not that kind of person. So I don't really, and it's hard for me to, like, I'm not the kind of person that's going to walk into a bar and be like, you're mine. I don't do that. It's not who I am. So we don't always really see eye to eye, me and her. This guy may be one of those kind of guys where you have to tell him what you want and you have to tell him what he's going to do. Otherwise, you may not see all that much from him. Um, like she was talking about somebody in her life. She's like, that this person realized that her marriage was going to work when she took control of everything because he couldn't be. She says that he's not an adult. She says that he's a child. Like if you give him a credit card, he'll just charge it up and not worry about how to pay it. So the woman had to take control of all that stuff. And she's like, that's why their marriage has lasted for 20 years because she controls everything and she lets him be a child. I don't want that kind of a relationship. I don't want a child. You know what I mean? So like she, and then, but then her argument to me would be like, well, then you can't go for a man who's a child, or you can't go for a man who's looking for a woman that's more of a control person. So I kind of understood what she was saying, even though I didn't really agree with it. Anyhow. Gigi, what does Israel think of me? What does Israel think of me? Thinks that you're incredibly hardworking and very smart, intelligent. Thinks that you're well balanced, attractive, has a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you're creative. Thinks that you have a lot of potential. I think this person thinks pretty highly of you. Jay, how'd the quiet girl feel when she saw me this morning? I kind of got a different vibe from her today. Okay. How she felt about you is that you're strong, courageous, stable, loyal, intelligent, and she's got a lot of respect for you. She also thinks that you're creative, attractive, maybe even a little bit adventurous. I don't know why that comes up, but that's what the cards say. Cinnamon, will I get that duplex I saw that had a beautiful staircase I loved? You could get it. You got a 70% chance. You could make that happen. It may be a little bit delayed, but you could definitely make it happen. April, will there be an opportunity to meet in person soon? I don't want to say these things over the phone. Will he ask to see me? See, I think you have to ask to see him. See, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying with this kind of person. Like, if he doesn't have a lot of ambition and a lot of fire, you might have to tell him, we're going to meet here. And then you'll see him. Like, he doesn't seem to take much initiative as far as... I would ask to meet him. That's what I would do. I would say, you know, can you meet me sometime this week? That's what I would do. I wouldn't wait around for him to ask. Because he doesn't seem to take control of the situation. He seems to just let days turn into weeks. I think the opportunity to see him is coming. It's been showing that for the last couple of days. But I wouldn't wait on him. I would take the opportunity and ask him yourself. Thing is that you may always feel that kind of frustration with him. He may always be the kind of person that you have to ask him. And that might not be something that you want. Malika, General. you've got the world at your feet. A Capricorn comes in that may be of significance. Being guided by the divine, no longer holding yourself back. Life changes for the better quickly. It looks like out of the clear blue sky, a new romantic partner could show up. That could be a soulmate connection. If you're not with anyone right now, maybe that Capricorn starting a new journey. Starting a new journey, or there's some spontaneity coming in around you. It also looks like you have a Taurus here that may be of significance. No longer waiting for your ship to come in. Cause for celebration comes in around finances, and somebody from your past could be returning. Black girl with curly dark hair. Is hey, my ex reaching out to me for reconciliation? I'm not seeing much of a reconciliation coming in just yet. Maybe the beginning of March, possibly. Miss Rosie, anyone on the horizon? You may be undecided about how to move forward when it comes to your love life. You've got an Aquarius coming in. You have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and somebody from your past. So that may be him contacting you, the guy from the past. But otherwise, there is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. There's also an Aquarius coming in. It also could be an Aquarius that's born on the Pisces cusp. Apurva. Where do you see... Oh, damn, it disappeared. Hang on. Where do you see mine and Yogesh's relationship going? Do you see marriage? You recently introduced me to his family. Okay. Yeah, there could be marriage between the two of you. Yep, it's possible. Got 3 aces. J. Would the quiet girl talk to me if I said something to her? How would that make her feel? Yes, if you open the door to conversation, you would get more out of her. She seems to come out of her shell relatively quickly when she's comfortable. Allison. What's going to happen between Pisces and I? We're both Pisces for the next 6 months. Okay. Energy around the situation seems to get lighter, and regret and negativity moves into the past. The thing is that at some point communication can shut down, and you guys could have a tower moment right in the middle of the 6 months. I don't know what the relationship is between the two of you right now, but it looks like there could be a betrayal that leads to a tower moment. There may be some, and it could have something to do with money. There's worry about money that comes in around this situation. Now, then after that, I don't see reconciliation right away, but it does look like at some point things move forward with the Chariot. If this is a situation that has ever been volatile or up and down or a little bit like back and forth, that's what can continue over the next 6 months. Looks like somebody feels betrayed, communication comes down, there's a tower moment, but then at some point things get better. And whoever does the betraying knows damn well that they're wrong, but doesn't want to admit it. The Virgo card is here, so that's why communication shuts down. And then anxiety comes back, but then neither one of you are holding yourselves back. So I don't know. It looks like this is like kind of a volatile situation that can be quite of a roller coaster over the next 6 months. April, general for the rest of January and February. You might have to make a decision around money or finances. It looks like no longer waiting for your ship to come in, but you're moving forward to success around a financial endeavor or money, a money situation. You might be feeling like love is a little bit less than perfect, and you may make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. It looks like the hard work that you've put in either into your job or your business or your side gig or whatever, it pays off large dividends. You got some money coming in, which is very nice between now and the end of February. I would say starting a new journey and growth and transformation comes in around finances. Got a lot of nice financial stuff happening. Wheel of Fortune. You have some good luck coming in around your career or your business, whatever it is that you do all day. Cinnamon. Do you see marriage between me and the Cancer guy? Well, you have a 70% chance at some point it's possible. I don't think it happens anytime soon, though. Tracy, can you tell me about John the Cancer? He suddenly came back. Well, he's leaving regret and negativity in the past, and he may be looking for something long-term. You might have to have a little bit of patience with him. But anxiety around the situation seems to move into the past. The Fool is in reverse, which means something will be revealed around the situation that needs to be dealt with before your relationship with him can move forward. But if you decide that you want to move things forward, there's plenty of potential for long-term success around this situation. High Priestess is here. Listen to your intuition, and the Wheel of Fortune is good luck. There's room for growth and transformation. We've got to wait and see what that Fool in reverse is. Fool in reverse is something that needs to be dealt with. If you decide to move forward, there's success. If that Fool moment that's in reverse is too big or you don't want to deal with it, then you might decide to turn and walk away from him. But I think that he may be looking for a long-term partnership. Jay, I know that I'm kind of jumping the gun, but what would dating the quiet girl be like? Well, you know what they say about the quiet ones. I think that if you were dating her, you would see her in a different light, because I don't think that she's like this always. I think she's like this now because she's a little shy, she's a little quiet, but once you get to know her, I think she comes out of her shell a little bit. She seems a lot less complicated than Amy. She seems like the kind of person, like, you know what you get with her. Like, she seems to be looking for a connection, or she would want to be in a committed relationship. She's got a wish around the situation. She listens to her intuition. She works hard. She's stable. She sometimes holds herself back. That could be a lack of confidence thing. But she's successful. She seems to be very honest. I like her. And I think that she's a little bit more of what you see is what you get. But once you get to know her, you're going to start to see that she's not so shy and quiet. Like, I think I come off shy and quiet too until you get to know me. Once I'm comfortable, like, I'm comfortable here, right? This is my space. I'm comfortable at yoga. That's my space. But if you take me to a party and I don't know anyone, I'm not going to say anything. I probably come off like the biggest standoffish bitch that you ever want to meet. But that's just how I am when I'm not comfortable. I don't say anything, but I take it all in. I think you may see her come out of her shell. If you got to know her better, you would see another side of her. She actually seems to be quite funny. or she's got a good personality. Go back up to the top. Eve, spirit messages. Eve XD, spirit messages. Page of Fire, outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. The Nine of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries. Spending quiet time alone. Successful self-employment. Seven of Water, a complex decision that needs the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Vet Love. Got passion coming in and Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Please be careful with that card if you don't want kids right now. You got money coming in. Let's put it that way. Plenty of money coming in. Taking time for rest, relaxation will serve you well, and you might need it because you're going to have choices. Capricorn comes in. Aquarius is here. Sagittarius is here, and then there's another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling like you're in control, you're in balance, you're not holding yourself back, you may be exploring your options. Mishti, how does the Capricorn now think I feel about him? He might think that you have sharp energy around him, or that you think that he did something that hurt you. He may think that you don't think too kindly of him, that you think that he's like slow, doesn't do the right thing, or that you may be argumentative. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but he may be feeling like you think he's a jerk. New chapter. What does the future hold for me and Philip? Well, it looks like somewhat of a roller coaster. So I don't know where you are in the relationship right now, but it looks like you could be reconnecting with him, but then you feel like your wish doesn't come true. Then you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain, and then you feel like he's done something unfair, and the justice is in reverse. You could end up feeling betrayed by him, and then that might bring in some anxiety. The anxiety is mild, though it's in reverse. Yeah, this looks like a roller coaster ride. Like a lot of ups and downs are on the horizon here. I don't know where you guys are right now. I would say next is reconnection. Brenda, General. You're no longer holding yourself back, which then brings balance back to your life. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Starting a new journey. There's some spontaneity coming into your life and no longer feeling like you're stuck in the mud, but feeling like things are moving forward. You got divine timing guiding you. You also have a decision. There may be something you have to make a decision about. It could be around love. Maybe there may be more than one opportunity. You got an Aquarius here as well. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, stepping into your own power is going to serve you well. Anxiety moves into the past, and you're earning respect from colleagues at work or schoolmates or whatever it is that you do all day. Life seems to change for the better pretty quickly. Cinnamon, how does Jamal think I feel about him? Okay. He may think that he makes you anxious, or that you have anxiety around the situation. I think he thinks that you really care for him and that you're really into him, but that you have anxiety about him, probably because he knows damn well that he's in and out and that he's not always so stable. He definitely thinks that you feel like he's intelligent and that he's well balanced and that you think he's attractive. He knows you care for him. There's no doubt about that, but he may question whether or not he drives you a little nuts from time to time. Jay, what's next with my attorney and the legal matters? You're being guided by the divine. The persistence is going to bring in choices. So I don't know what the situation is, but you may be presented with a choice. Like, we could do this or we could do that, and you may have to make the decision. I have a feeling that whatever this is, it settles out of court because the justice card isn't here. I think that you're going to settle out of court. I don't think it goes to trial. But it looks like you're not holding yourself back. The hard work that you put in is going to pay off. I think the next thing that happens is you get presented with a choice. You're going to have to make a decision, this or that kind of a thing. Beautiful one, love. Soulmate connection comes in. If you're not with anyone right now, it happens out of the clear blue sky. Oh. It happens out of the clear blue sky with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It looks like you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. You got happiness coming out around love. Listen to your intuition, Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Please be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. She didn't sleep for long at all. Like, I don't know, maybe a half hour. She's not crying, so. Anukriti, what are H's actions and intentions? You may be feeling very frustrated with him moving forward because it's like the love has run out, and you may have anxiety. I don't know where you guys are in the relationship, but it looks like he may not be putting in all that much effort. There may even be silence with the Virgo here. I would say keep your options open at this point because you've got the Wheel of Fortune and you have a decision that you're going to have to make. So you may have somebody else come in that, you know, sparks your interest. Heck am I? Sonia, what can I expect from the potential long-term fire sign in love, romance, and relationship in general? Because in every relationship I had, I'm the one who ends up being used and not valued. But you know what that means? That's what you're putting out there. You know what I mean? Like, you give somebody the opportunity to not value you, because every time you allow them to not value you and you take them back and you stand for it, then they know that it's okay for them to do that. So I don't want to say, oh, you only have yourself to blame, because I don't feel like that's fair. And I've definitely had that happen to me too. But I put up with it. Like, think back to the situation with Matt and Sarah. I put up with it. After I paid for concert tickets in the winter and was treated like shit from the winter all the way to August, why did I buy more concert tickets and take him away for his birthday in August? when I had been treated like shit for all those months in between. So in a lot of ways, I got what I deserved because I should have told him to go fuck himself the first time he devalued me. But I didn't. I stood for it. So you can't expect to get respect from someone who, if you're not laying down the law and setting up the boundaries and making sure that they give you respect. You know what I'm saying? The first time somebody does you wrong, that should be enough to say, you know what, this isn't for me. But we tend to think, oh, well, okay, I'm sorry, or it's okay, we'll try it again, and maybe it'll be different. It's not different. So if someone's showing you that you're being devalued or you're being whatever, then that's up to you to cut them out of your life and not wait for them to change. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people make. So it's not like it's this fire sign that comes in. It's not his fault that other people didn't value you. But if he shows you that he's not valuing you and you put up with it, that's your fault. You know what I mean? So you got to give him a chance, let him, cultivate the relationship. And then when you see that things aren't going the way you want, then you end it. Or you have a discussion about it, because sometimes people do things inadvertently, they don't mean to. But like, let's just say something that's like blatant, like you're going to go and you're going to meet each other for dinner and he doesn't show up. Now that's blatant. You said you'd be here and you're not here. What the fuck? Now, if the car legitimately broke down, if he fell down the stairs, hit his head, and he was knocked out unconscious, okay, those things are legitimate. But if you made a decision to not meet me when you said you would, that's not valuing me. That's devaluing me. But then it's my decision to tell you to go fuck yourself. I'm not meeting you for dinner again. I'll meet someone else for dinner next time. You know what I mean? So a lot of this is like we're in control of it. I think the problem that we have is that we want this person to change and be the person we want them to be. But that's not who they are. So you have to be strong enough to walk away from that person. I think that this fire sign, you got to give them a chance. I mean, they look like they're a stable person. They seem hardworking. The love cup is full. They seem to be stable, sincere, and forward moving. But, everyone always comes in with their best foot forward. Everyone does. And then 6 months later, you start to see their true colors. And then it's up to you to decide whether or not you still want to be there. But we got to get to that point yet. We didn't get there yet. But just like I would say to anyone else, you can't blame somebody new or expect somebody new to treat you shitty like somebody previously. Because if you do that, then you're going to cultivate that, because that's what you're putting out into the universe. If you're putting out into the universe, hey, everybody always treats me like shit, well, the next person that shows up is going to do that too. And then if you stand for it, they're going to think, hey, it's okay. So they're going to continue. Empress, will there be a reconciliation with Adam? There could be out of the blue, but it might take some time. Yeah, I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Mustafa, how does my male Professor D, a different one, think of me, and how will he feel about me after class today? I'll try hard to impress him. I didn't do good with him in the past. Okay. You're going to change, yeah, you are going to change his impression of you. The disappointment he felt for you is moving into the past, and moving forward, he's going to see you as someone who's more focused, and he's going to have much more respect for you. Cinnamon, how and when will I be living with Jamel? I don't see you living with him on the horizon. Like that could be like far down the road. I think that you're going to get your own place first, and then at some point you may be undecided about whether or not you want him to move in. But it's going to be your decision. I think you get your place first, and then depending on where your relationship is at that point, you might ask him to move in with you. I would also suggest that to anybody. I would always suggest have it be yours, have it be on your terms, because this way you don't have to you don't have to worry about getting thrown out. I don't mean it like that. I just mean that if it's yours, and you're responsible for it, and it's something that you can handle. I think that you're in a better situation. Like I have a friend of mine who he rented a really nice apartment with his boyfriend at the time, and thank God, like he said, his boyfriend wanted to do the ones across the street, which were like $800 a month more because they had a pool. And he said, thank God he talked him out of that because the guy never wound up moving in. And thank God he was, the boyfriend paid him rent for 1 year, the first year that he lived there, because they signed the lease together. So the boyfriend made good on his deal. But can you imagine, like, if you go to get a place, an apartment, and the rent is, just for argument's sake, say it's $2,000 a month. If you know you can only afford $1,000 a month, and you have to rely on somebody else for the other thousand, no. See, I would rather get something I can afford, know that I can afford it, and then have extras come. Because then at least I know that I'm in, my ass is covered. I just don't trust anybody enough. I want to know that I can handle things myself. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents, though. But I think that's how it's going to play out. I think you're going to get your own place first. Jay, how are things looking for me with the USPS right now? Am I ever getting my stamps? Are my stamps ever coming? Because I ordered them on December 28th. I think you're going to get it. I do think you're going to get it. You got cause for celebration, starting a new journey, growth and transformation coming to your life, being guided by the divine. I'm not surprised that it's taking so long. Where are my stamps? It took 3 weeks for my mortgage payment to get to clear the bank. They must be just very behind with everything. And with jobs like that, there's procedures that you have to go through. You know what I mean? It's not like going to the corner store and getting hired and then you start Tuesday. So I'm not surprised it's taking a while, but I do think you're going to get that. MJ, what does Z's mom think of me now that she knows about me? Does she know you, though, personally, or she just knows of you? She seems to think pretty highly of you. She may think that you're a hard worker. She doesn't know you personally. Um, or she may be interested in knowing if you're a hard worker. If she doesn't know you personally, what could she think of you? It does look like she may have patience with the situation. She may assume that you're kind, caring, sincere, or she may be hoping that. But if she doesn't know you personally, how could she think anything of you? Like she just may think that it's interesting or wonder what you're like, but you can't really form an opinion about someone if you don't know them. Rara, can I know why my mom is behaving this way? What's up with her, and how should I approach the situation? Okay, it looks like she feels unprepared for something. I don't know how she's acting, so this is the best I can do. I can say that she feels like she's unprepared for something, and there is a devil or something that's bothering her. There's either a situation, a substance, a person that is not doing right by her, and she's taking it out on everyone else. She feels argumentative. You guys could have an argument. She may be, she also might have a choice that she's got to make that she may not know what to do, and she feels like she's holding herself back. I would say, I would come right out and ask her what's going on, because this way you'll know what you're dealing with. I think somebody either did something or she's got to make a decision about someone, and whatever it is, it's eating her up inside, and she's taking it out on everyone in her path. I would approach the situation dead on. What's going on? That's exactly how I would approach it. Zara, you could close them. Yeah, thank you. Allison C. Love. Got ambition coming in around your love life, and you have all 10 cups being full before the end of the year. So you should be in a good place love-wise relatively soon. Disappointment moves into the past. Feeling prepared comes in. You have new energy coming in. Ambition comes in around a Taurus. You also have a wish that comes in around a new journey, possibly with an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility before the end of the year. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids. You got your intuition is heightened and the sun is coming out. It also looks like you may be, you might have to lay down the law, set up boundaries, but it looks like your love life is moving forward and you're going to have a couple of options. Looks like a good year for you overall. You have a lot of nice things happening around business, finances, money, and promotions. By the end of the year, I think all 10 cups are full, so good for you. Cinnamon, how will the neighborhood where I move be? It looks like it's a pleasant area. I'm going to say 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Pentacles. I would say it's probably, I'm not going to say it's like super wealthy, but it would be a decent neighborhood because there's money around. It also looks like there's a lot of spirituality around where you're going to be moving. They could be churches, it could be synagogues, or it could be like more spiritual, less religious. But whatever it is, it looks like it's a nice town and you feel very comfortable there. It looks like you feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. It might be familiar, like you may know some people that live there because there's 6 of Cups, something from your past. Someone or something from your past, or there's something familiar there. It may be an area that you visit frequently or that you know well. And it seems like it's a decent neighborhood, somewhere where you're comfortable. Mel, do you see any more kids in the Aquarius's future? It's possible, yeah. 70% chance in the 6 of Pentacles. So for him, I think it would be the matter of being in the right relationship. Could produce another child. I don't think it would be something he would be against. 70% chance on 6 of Pentacles. I would say, yeah, there could be more children for him. Sarah, what can I expect from Themis the Taurus? I know I can't trust him, but I'm curious. Right now he's holding himself back, but that's not going to last forever. It does look like at some point you're going to hear from him, and he may reach out to you, and he may want to see you at some point. Or he may be giving you the business about, oh, well, once lockdown comes out, we'll get together. And he may be serious about it. But you know that he's thinking about things a lot. I always wait to see people do things in action. When people say things, that means nothing to me. I need to see you do it because I've heard too many times. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the next thing, and then nothing gets done. But he may call and be like, oh, as soon as lockdown is, let's get together, let's do this, let's do that. And you might be well over it because you have so many other options coming in. But let's see what happens. He sent you something today. He may, now the next thing may be that he's going to want to call you or want to see you. All right, I'm going to go. I'll be back on tonight, guys. Oh, I think this guy's got to go OUT. I will see you guys tonight between 9:30 and 10:30, something like that. And if anybody needs anything, feel free to email me. See you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon.